Day 33. We are coming, going, getting to day 60 somehow in a couple of weeks. It's not that far if you think about it. It's not. We have been good today. Yes, we have. When I woke up, I had major issues with my stomach still from yesterday. So my gut is healing and being freakishly annoyed by my goat cheese eating yesterday. So it wasn't really happy, and the egg part also not very happy in my body. So what we did have today is we started eating at about 11, that's or 12, 11, 12. And I did use my I have to show you my grill. It's a good thing because I can't grill. I told you yesterday. So it's this Tefal thingy, and look at this. Look at this little cutie pie. You just put what you need, so it's meat or fish or whatever, pork and so on, and you have bacon, and then you press OK. Then you close this little thing, and this color will show you if it's medium rare or whatever you like. And I tried now today and yesterday. It's the third time I did something, and it's working since I'm can't barbecue, as I explained yesterday in my video. I did I did barbecue. I'm a person that barbecue. Fake barbecue, but still. So I can put it also outside. That was good because I don't have this thingy, where the bad air goes. So it's my house is smelling so bad. I just horrible, all my things. So I can go on a balcony with this thing as well. So that's a great thing. That's a really, really good investment I did, and it was on sale. So yay! I hope it's going good. And you can, clean these things just putting it out and then putting it in the dishwasher or just cleaning it. So it's really easy to clean as well. So I have no complaints until now. I did a lot of things actually with it now. We had some cevapcici, we had some patties, we had some tuna steak, we had some pork stomach, how do you say that? Pork stomach thingies. And we had something else. What was it? I don't know. But one issue I did have, because we are now using all the meat we have leftovers, and we thought maybe we're gonna have a barbecue today with friends, and my mom went for shopping, and she bought a lot of things from the grocery store, and she bought the things without looking at the labels and the ingredients. And yeah, she brought the packed things, and I I told her it's okay. It's like it's not the good way to go, but it's still meat. It's okay. And some of them do have some barbecue marinade and these kind of things. It was just one of them, but the other things were also packed patties. And she was like, yeah, but it's patties, it's good. I said, yeah, if we have our butcher, we can go and have it freshly done, because in our country we have the problem, as soon as it's packed, it's somehow there are a lot of bad things inside, and they putting and then I was explaining it to my mom and showing her the ingredients and what she should take care a little bit more, and she was like, oh no, why do they do that? So I was like, yeah, that's the thing, we just have to be a little bit more careful, just what is inside, and better go to our butchers, because we really have troubles going to the grocery store here, because the stuff is packed with shit. So yeah, so we did have still meat and all of this today, without cheese. No, we didn't have any cheese, so that's great. We do have sometimes mustard. I do like it sometimes, just to have a little bit of variation. I don't use spices at all, but I will change that a little bit. If you have an autoimmune disease, people say don't use spices or be careful with it. But I think, the things are getting a little bit boring, so I will spice it up. I don't know, maybe I will a little bit experiment, because we ate all this crappy chemical meat now with the marinade, and it tastes completely different, and it's more enjoyable if there is something on it which has a little bit of spice or marinade. So I have to figure out how to make it a little bit better on Carnivore, because it's getting very, very boring with the salt and these kind of things, and I don't think that we can manage in a long term to eat like this. But my mom and my son do enjoy like the mustard. So I saw a lot of carnivores eat mustard. So I don't know about that, but sometimes I do like it, but I don't use it every day. So I'm careful with that. It's just like a treat, or spice it up. And my mom has been going to the farmer to buy the milk directly from the cow, so you have to cook it and then you can drink it. I couldn't actually really taste anything, so for me it's like water. I don't know if it's because I'm still a little bit sick, but I didn't really get that. My son said it's very sweet. I didn't have this feeling. For me it was really just like water, but my son said it's sweet. So yeah, it's interesting. Maybe it's just a perspective, or because I'm sick. So it can be both. And then I drink my coffee with butter to a little bit increase my fat intake, and did have a little bit of the milk. So I didn't need the milk actually. One thing I did though, and that was better, because just the coffee, and I do have the coffee sometimes, because today I was very tired and very down of energy and these kind of things, and I know take electrolytes, take the butter, take these and that, but it just didn't work out for me today. So I did have the coffee, and I did put in also as well one teaspoon of mascarpone light. It has almost half as of the calories, and it did taste very much better. So if you're trying to cut down on the milk and the dairy part, maybe one teaspoon of mascarpone will get you sooner there, if you want to just have less and less milk, because that's what I discovered. Yeah, I usually drink half like this milk and just this little bit of coffee, and now I'm at this coffee and just this little of teaspoon of mascarpone, but still light coffee, not the hardcore coffee. So it's I'm getting there a little bit step by step, but still I do experience a lot of headaches if I don't have coffee. So I'm very careful with that, and not rushing anything. And one thing I discovered that I had the idea, I think it was because of Bob. You brought me to this great idea. I bought this ice cream cube thingies. You can, just put some water or your electrolytes in these things, and then you have an ice on a stick. And I think that I bought it, so Amazon is gonna deliver it tomorrow, and I'm just gonna put some water inside, because sometimes I have the feeling it's just boredom, and also in the summer it's like it's getting hot outside, you want to have an ice cream or something like that. So just to have this variation, even just to maybe put milk or water and stuff like this in it, so if you have the need for this a little bit cold thing, I maybe it's with the stick, and having this feeling is going to be nice. So that's what I'm thinking and what I will try out, because my son also said in the car, oh yeah, just water, I think that's a good idea, I want to have that. So yeah, it's a thing. I'm gonna try tomorrow, and maybe something if they arrive. So sometimes it's also how to get rid of the boredom we often have, and if you don't, if you did already everything that's fun and you're still bored, then and you just want to do something with your hand boredom, maybe it's a good idea to have just water freeze, to just do something with your mouth and your hands. And no, that's not something nasty, so don't say any nasty things, but you know what I mean, because I did it with this pork fat. I've always forgot how the English name is. It's like, in Germany it's Grammeln, or in Austria. So it's similar in America, and it's really like fried pork fat little things. and I eat it like popcorn during my movie, and I do still lose weight. So that's maybe the better option to go. And I think that's a really nice thing to have in the end. Yeah, so I did gain after my idiotic day. I told you on day 31. I did gain 1 kg just in that one day, which don't happen usually. I track my weight every day since months now, so I know what my body is doing and what is happening in my body. And um, that was the only time that my weight jumped from one day to another on Carnivore. Usually it does that on everything else, but on Carnivore this was like the biggest jump from one day to another. And it was just because I was eating carbs and cheating myself. But the next day when I went, again full into my recovery phase and doing, just the bare medium, and just the goat cheese was the only thing that wasn't meat at the next day. I did lose the I did lose a half of the kg. So that was a good thing. So it's getting back in balance, I hope. Just the weight doesn't matter, yes, and the scale doesn't matter, but it is an indicator for me because I know my body and I did track it every day. I know how my body works in which days and what is happening. So for me it is still good to see just what is happening when I do something, especially because I can see it in a scale. Because I know my body from every day and I see the metrics and you see some patterns, let's say it like this. So yeah, I'm in IT, I have to see patterns everywhere like a crazy person. I did also discover, I'm not sure if I said it already, but if you are starting, watch 5 Minute Body. I love her videos. It's from a year ago, 5 Negative Impacts of Carnivore, something like that. I have to translate it because somehow YouTube translated into German, so I don't know why it did that. And there were a lot. Also in the video you have to look at the comments because there are some interesting things. People, for example, electrolytes, they use Redmond real salt because it's 95% sodium. I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm just having these impacts from the comments. Now, I didn't check it yet. But you have to mix it with Morton light salt, they say, half because then you have the potassium and the ionium, sodium as well. And other comment was to have a half tablespoon of sea salt and a half tablespoon of cream of tart in the water in the morning, and then magnesium glucinate because that's important for sleep as well in the evening. I do use magnesium citrate, so it's, I think, something different, but I have to get more into the topic of these electrolyte vitamins and these kind of things. And it's also what they explained in the video, why you need actually electrolytes, because your body got more water from carbs and all these things, so you're missing this water when it's flushed out with all the minerals like during Carnivore. That's why you have to balance it out again. And also that a lot when you start Carnivore, especially if you're a little bit older, there is old fat that accumulates, and that's very interesting because this old fat then releases toxins. And if you think about it logically, it makes sense in the end, because if I worked in a kitchen and if you have old things still in there and people are just pouring new things on it like a sauce, the down will full of bacteria. So if you do, for example, freeze it, of course, it's gonna stick like it and they're not gonna maybe spread and these kind of things. But if you then reheat it and it's completely, like water, they will mix up together. So like from the logical point of view, it makes completely sense that these things happen. I don't know from the medical perspective if this is true. If somebody is a doctor, please let me know, but just from the logical part. And these will release a lot of pain and things happening in your body. So this is why often people say, oh my God, Carnivore is so bad as well, because the toxins are flashing out of you because your body is using the fat stores. So it makes completely sense that your body will react in a very bad way if you had stored you know, these toxins. So I'm pretty sure for me as well, you know, these toxins gonna be major when I get more in losing my weight and my fat stores at some point. So yeah, it's a fascinating journey, and I'm so freaking tired. I just want to go to sleep, and I see you tomorrow. Yeah, I went, by the way, my son did have, you know, another birthday party with one of his friends. So we have been at the cinema and we did watch one of the most boringest video in the world. I was very happy because his friend does have Ramadan. So they don't eat the whole day until evening. So he was like, "Is that fine?" I said, "Oh my God, that's the best thing. I don't have to, you know, worry about what you're gonna eat because we already ate and not gonna eat until 6, and you know, not snacking, no popcorn, no sugar, not these." So I was so happy because they matched today. The one is not eating sugar and popcorn and the other one having, you know, fasting time. So it was really cool. And yeah, but now I'm like really done, and I'm gonna watch Monk. So I like Monk. If somebody likes Monk too, let me know. What are your favorite movies? Movies. Not boobies, movies.